This segment brought to you by Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center. Your stem cells, your health, your life. And we're back. Always wanted to do that. Chet Huntley, David Brinkley, they'd swing around.
That's
We're here for the news.
That's the little things, people. When you get to be our age, it's just the little thrills in life, isn't it, Frank?
People are saying, who's Chet Huntley and David Brinkley?
No, I think most of our viewers know. Now,
probably so.
The kids in the room with them, have no idea. But I think most of our fans know who Chet Huntley was.
They didn't do fake news. They did news.
They did not do fake news. That's right. So, no fake news.
Anyway, you've got news. You've got a character.
Oh, my God.
A character.
We got another character, Lil Grizz. And that's his name, Lil Grizz. And he's a hat maker and of some renown, quite honestly.
I should get to know him.
You should get to know him. He does some fabulous hats and has been doing that for a long time for some pretty cool folks. And I saw him at Fort Hays when Fort Hays had their 150th anniversary, which was a spectacular event. It was phenomenal. It was just so cool. And he was one of the characters who was there.
Well, I'm going to get some popcorn and watch this one.
All right. Meet Lil Grizz. Have you ever wondered where all the costumes come from in those historical feature films, documentaries, and staged photos? The outfit is so important, and topping it off with the right hat, well, that's essential. Enter Lil Grizz of New Almelo, Kansas. His wife shares their story. Lil Grizz has been making hats most of his life. For the last 30 years, he has crisscrossed the country, building hats for living history participants and on movie sets. He is more at home in his canvas tent by his wood stove or in a bedroll thrown out under the stars than in any building. As a hat maker, he must know everything, so he is, of course, very well read and ready to hold forth on any subject, from theories of cosmic design to forestry conservation to U.S. and world history. With a glance and touch of his fingers to your head, he can make you a hat that fits perfectly and will last you the rest of your life, unless you leave it in a waterlogged barrel for months or run over it with a brush hog. Lil Grizz met his mizzez on the rendezvous circuit, and they were married in 2013. She works beside him building the unique sweatbands that are used in their hats. Learning all the steps of the trade, she handles the online shipping end of the business. To make a hat, Lil Grizz uses time-proven methods and materials. They start with a floppy hat blank and soak it in very hot water. Next, they stretch it by hand over antique wooden blocks, iron it with old-fashioned flat irons, and let it dry. Then a coat of stiffener is applied, and the hat must dry again, slowly, and then be ironed again. Next, the hat brim is trimmed, and then Lil Grizz's signature tight pencil curl is put on the edge to strengthen it. An inner sweatband of their personal design and production is then hand-sewn into the hat. Lastly, using a steaming kettle, the crown and brim are shaped to their final design. They can make hats to copy old photos or old favorites that have seen a better day. They can create a new one-of-a-kind hat for your personal unique rendezvous, Civil War, or steampunk costume. Visit them online, or better yet, visit them in person. It's an historic experience.
There's a lot of different ways of doing this woodwork, but I could not make a knife without both hands, especially without this thumb. And my thumb was so sore that I couldn't even touch it, and they wanted to fuse it, and I said no, cut it off, because I didn't want it sticking up. And I found out about the Kansas Regenerative stem cell and went to Manhattan and had that taken care of in my thumb, and now I'm able to go again.